Hey Disclosure Group buddies, it's Sahara here checking in. I know it's been a little while since I've popped on here with my face, but the video I posted yesterday with John Nolan and the Inspired Tribe really kind of got me off the fence and back on camera. My higher self has been kind of knocking on the door or window of my consciousness for a while now, and really wanting me to do more online. So here I am. If you didn't watch that video, I highly recommend it. The Inspired Tribe, John Nolan, it's one of the few YouTube channels that I still fully resonate with and watch almost daily. So this is just my little part in what he was talking about there. So the gist of it was that the energies are only going to continue to intensify here. It's kind of like that Star Wars trash compactor scene where, you know, we're feeling the squeeze. And I think that is only going to continue through election year. So those of us that have, you know, the ability to help right now, we're getting called on by our spirit friends, by our higher selves, to just kind of step up and do whatever we feel inspired to do. So yeah, it's been an interesting journey. Some of you, I'll just do a quick reintroduction of myself for anyone who's new to the group. We started this group back in 2020 when all the COVID madness broke out, and the original group was called Disclosure, Quantum Physics, Aliens, Oh My. And after, I think we had a good six month to year run, but then I started posting a lot they got named the Dirty Dozen Doctors. I was posting a lot about these things that we can't talk about here. And then the channel got taken down, along with over 10 years of, you know, connections that I had through my personal channel, a business page, and that disclosure group. So the second group, we've been a lot more careful with what we've been posting here, and I would like to get more active. We used to be a really active community, and I would just like to connect more and use the like-mindedness of this community to help in these coming months and years as it gets more challenging. So yeah, the energies are intensifying. I feel that every community has been infiltrated by misinformation. We've got our spiritual community, our truther communities, the UFO communities, politics, the natural health community. It doesn't matter if you subscribe to all of them or, you know, just one of them. Every single one has been infiltrated by misinformation. So, and this is the point of this video, of our strongest tool and weapon right now, which I will get to. We're leading towards that. We are also being bombarded energetically. So we've got the Schumann resonance spiking all the time now, the solar flares coming in like never before. We are bombarded with 5G. You know, who knows what's going on up in the air with Elon Musk and his Starlink stuff. Not to mention the pull of the collective consciousness energy. The most current one is this October 4th that everybody is all riled up and scared about our devices having negative energies coming through our devices. And not going to touch on that anymore here. I posted another video in group, a couple of them. But the point is that the dark ones know how to rile us up and use that collective consciousness to create the fear, to create what they want to create. So we need to counteract that by creating more oneness, more love, more connection, higher vibration. And so that is moving forward. That's my intention and purpose with this channel. I can't promise there won't be a snarky meme from time to time, but I'm really trying to step into, you know, how can I be a helper? How can I be doing more help and less harm? Let's see. So how do we counteract or combat these dark forces? So my answer, I'm a 30-year practicing meditator and 28-year-old energy worker. And many, many years ago, I was just awakened to this concept of oneness. There's a quote that always stood out to me: the fundamental truth of our oneness is the truth that will set us free. Unknown author, but that has been a guiding statement my whole life, my whole journey, is how do we connect to source, into that oneness? How do we bring that source energy through our bodies and ground it into the earth and move through life from that place of connection and oneness? And so as we do this, as we connect with source daily, as we connect to our higher self, some people, I feel more comfortable bothering my higher self with my smaller daily problems. So I have an ongoing conversation with my higher self, but I always connect myself to source every day. But as we do this every day, we are stepping into our sovereignty. We are stepping back into our power as co-creators with our source and children of source. So this is something that has, this information has been hidden from us for a long time, and we are calling our power back and stepping back into our sovereignty. And I will say, John Nolan touched on this in his inspired video. You can be any religion, you can have any belief system, you can just believe in energy and science and the quantum field. All of this now, science has actually solidified, if anything, spirituality, because they have now proven that the quantum field exists. It is a field of energy that interconnects all of life, all things. So for us spiritual folks, we might call that God, source, spirit. There's a million names for it. Whatever you call it is okay. But what John was saying, and there will be people who leave this channel because I'm saying this, we have got to stop giving our power away to deities, to Jesus, to Trump, to the aliens. No one is coming to save us. We must take back our power, that we have our own direct connection to God, to source, do the inner work, ground ourselves in the here and now on planet Earth, and be our living light and living gift and living purpose to the world. So you can believe in all of these beings. They were teachers of love. They came here to show us how to be, not to do the work for us. So I might lose some people there, but that's okay. I am not trying to have a lot of followers. I'm trying to have a community of like-minded, in vibrational alignment connection. So that's who I'm speaking to. If this resonates with you, then stick around and be a part of this. If it doesn't, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that there are people coming to save us. I do believe there are good people, that there are white hats, that there are people out there working on many, many levels. But anything that encourages you to sit back and not do your own inner work or healing or raising your own vibration, that's not serving humanity or the collective consciousness. So the dark ones are working within the third and fourth dimension and within the astral realm. When we take the time daily to connect to source and ground that into the earth, it's like creating a pillar of light that breaks through that 3 and 4D vibrational barrier. They're working in low vibration. When we commit daily to, it's like busting out of the matrix. It's like being a shining pillar of light that you just begin to resonate so high. And I'm getting goosebumps as I'm saying this, because my body, my cells know this is true. When we raise our vibration daily, we start functioning outside of the matrix. All of those energies I was talking about earlier, the 5G, the solar flares, the Schumann resonance, the collective consciousness, when we start connecting with that source energy, the source contains us all. That is the most powerful energy substance. It's love. It's all that is. So when you are connecting with that, you resonate and create this bubble, pillar, whatever you want to visualize around you, Taurus, and you can walk through the world and really be unscathed by a lot of it. So that's where we're headed. And my vision got downloaded like 30 years ago. I was given the name for my business, Lifts, Living from the Source. So my goal is that you don't need me anymore, that I can give you some tools to be able to do this on your own daily. But until then, let's connect as a community. Let's do this together. Let's be the boiling point of water. It only takes 10% of the water to raise its vibration and boil before the whole collective of water bursts into that higher vibration. Let's be that. Let's do that together. Let's commit to that. That is what I'm here today, hoping to inspire in some of us who have been connecting here on Facebook and MeWe for a while. So who am I? Why am I doing this? Honestly, as I'm getting older, I am more and more of an introvert. I'm wanting to be on social media less and less, but my higher self keeps reminding me I signed up for this. I was touched by a healer many years ago when I was about 10 years old, and she ignited something in me shortly after I saw my first UFO. Tried to recapture all that spirituality in my teens through drugs and alcohol, open little windows, but did not get me there. And then I discovered meditation and energy healing around 18. And so more than half of my life has been spent healing myself and trying to help others, impart these tools to others in any way that I can. So I've been through 3 dark nights of the soul. It has not been an easy journey, but everything I do, I share, I teach is because I've had to do it within my own heart and soul and life. And I want to help others do the same. So let's see, I have a dear friend, Buffy, who also tells me I'm really good at simplifying and verbalizing big concepts. So that's my goal. There are so many people out there talking about ascension and 5D and, downloading information from extraterrestrials. And I don't doubt any of that. But I do know one of my dear teachers lived by a concept called KISS, Keep It Simple, Sweetheart. Thank you, Jasmine. And that resonates with me. It doesn't have to be a hard, uphill, complicated journey. It is as simple as committing daily to grounding yourself on this earth, calling your energy and your power back, and making that connection in your pillar of light with Source. There's more work to be done along the way, but I'm committed to showing up for you and for this community in whatever way is needed. Let me flip my page of my notes here. There is a wonderful quote. I'm a big quote person from Buckminster Fuller. And he says that you never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. So I know for some of my truther friends, that might trigger you a little bit. And let me just say this, there are people who are being called in all different ways to be of service. Hats off to those of you who have continued to put out the truther information on social media. We have all been blasted online. We have all been through that. I really only share that information now in groups where there are ears to hear. So hats off to those of you who have still been committed doing that. However, I will say, ask yourself with each post, are you bridging a gap and truly trying to inform and inspire, or are you creating separation and a bigger divide? When we keep coming back to this concept of oneness, everything came from one source, even the dark. I know that's hard for people to wrap their minds around, but God gave us the gift of leaving source, leaving oneness to have experience. And when we did that, duality was created. To come down here on planet Earth to have an experience, there has to be contrast. There has to be light and dark, good and bad. But ultimately, all of creation came from that one source. So this is probably the toughest part of this journey, is it's hard to believe that the evil that we are seeing and experience on this planet could have any place, that it has any purpose. And there's so much to talk about. I'm not going to try and do it all here in one day. That's for future workshops and connections. But bottom line, continuing to call people sheeple, or think about in your life when there was a lesson you needed to learn and your parent was trying to beat you over the head with it, and it was like, none of us listened to our parents. Nobody wanted to be talked down to or made to feel stupid. So I'm just a little hint here, or a little hopefully helpful hint. Try and impart your knowledge in a loving way. And if people don't respond to it, or they don't respond to it well, just don't engage. Don't give your energy to those who don't have the ear to hear. So here's my plan. I would like to go back to having a weekly or bi-weekly online meditation where we can connect in our group energy, raise our vibration, and send that light out together into the collective consciousness. I will do that for free, or I can do it donation, whatever, however I've had people get mad at me when I do things for free. So anything can be a donation. I appreciate it. I have to make a living, but I will commit to once a month online workshop, and we'll cover all kinds of topics. I'll post more about this in the future. My friend Buffy has a beautiful space in Winter Haven, where we've been wanting to do some in-person events. So I really want to get this. I had the vision, like I said, many years ago for LIFTs, Living from the Source. I personally trained in a mystery school in Mount Shasta. I've had incredible teachers from all around the world, all who originated from mystery schools. And the more that I understand about my life and my path, I've been doing this for lifetimes, and I've been coming up and doing it through mystery schools. So eventually this will solidify into something with more structure. But right now my commitment is, let's get together every week or bi-weekly, do a group meditation, 40 minutes on Zoom. Maybe I'll pop on live different places. I'll keep you posted. And then once a month we'll do an online workshop for maybe an hour and a half. So I guess that's everything I wanted to cover. And I'll leave you with just a short guided meditation that you can do daily to start connecting with Source. If you're not doing this already, my life changed. I went through this third dark night of the soul about 6 years ago. And at that point, I just made a commitment every single morning. The minute I wake up, I start my day with my gratitude list. Thank you, True Source, for this day. Thank you for all of the gifts in my life, all of my abundance, all of the love. Whatever I'm grateful for, the minute I wake up, I start giving thanks. I go get my coffee, I get back into bed, and I commit my first 10 to 30 minutes of the morning, whatever I have time for meditation, for prayer, for pulling oracle cards, for journaling, and my life has just changed immensely from committing to this every day. And the day flows much more easily. So, why not do this if it's just a short little time each morning, or even in the evening if you can't get to it in the morning. So go ahead and get comfortable. Maybe turn off, put your phone on silent. Put some soft music on in the background. You can lie down if you'd like, or if you feel better seated. And just go ahead and close your eyes and start taking some nice, deep, gentle breaths in and out the nose. And begin sinking back into the body, into this present moment of now, from our busy morning, our busy minds. giving ourselves permission to relax, receive, re-nourish, knowing that for this next 5 to 10 minutes or so, there's nowhere else to be. There's nothing else to do except just love and heal ourselves. Beginning to feel a melting sensation wash from head to toe, softening the forehead, softening the thoughts, letting go of the day's worries and judgments, feeling your eyes and temples soften, feeling your breath gently moving in and out the nose. Just focusing on breath alone can be meditation. So let's do that as we exhale out all the air in the lungs and inhale to the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Doing this breath as long as continues to feel good for you. As you begin to let all the muscles of the face just soften, the jaw relax and soften, letting any tension in the head, the neck, the shoulders begin to melt away, releasing any heaviness you're holding, releasing all the weight and fear of the world, other people's demands and expectations, learning to trust more and more in your journey, that it's unfolding in its own unique time and way for your purpose. Feeling your arms grow heavy, hands soft and open to receive whatever you're most needing today. Open to let go of anything blocking you. Feeling your breath as it moves down into the chest, the ribs, the belly. Letting that wave of breath relax you more deeply. Letting any tension in the back, the hips, the legs melt into the earth. Breathing in, letting go. Dropping awareness down around the waist as you imagine you're wearing a belt, choosing a color that feels good, feels grounding. Red can feel very grounding. And imagine as your belt begins to stretch right down through the floor, through the concrete, creating a grounding cord as it moves down through dirt, sand, rock, molten rock, all the way down into the heart of the earth, sending a thank you to the earth for all she gives us. As we receive back that grounding, balancing energy, allowing the earth energy to rise up, fill your legs, your torso, helping you feel more present, more grounded, more aligned with the natural rhythms of the earth. And then moving awareness to the space all around the body. Pretend you have invisible arms as those arms begin to pull and gather your energy back from anywhere you may feel scattered. All day long, we give our energy out in our actions, our thoughts, our words. So pulling from in front of you, from worrying about the future, from behind, from thinking about the past, from either side, above and below, calling our energy back from work, stress, family, friends, calling our energy throughout all of time and space and beyond into this present moment of now. And if there is anyone tugging at or draining your energy, take a moment to unplug, just like you would from a wall socket. Unplug, return to center, refill your own well first so you can truly give. And noticing how much better it feels to be grounded and centered in your energy. Imagining now a few feet above your head a golden sun. This represents whoever you pray to, or universal life force energy, prana, as it begins to shower you with golden white liquid light, washing away your day, washing away all stress, all negativity, clearing mental and emotional debris, relaxing the body more deeply. And as your aura fills and overflows with light, allow that light to seep down through your pores, your tissues, your muscles, your organs, your glands, your meridians, your bones, all the way down into your cells and DNA, while knowing that source light is already there at the very core of your being. As you inhale, breathing in oxygen, light, prana, or life force. As you exhale, breathing out stress, the past, toxins, negativity. With each breath, creating yourself anew, relaxing more deeply, moving fully into the present moment of now. As you surrender into silent meditation, and you can lay here as long as feels good to you, breathing that energy and light wherever it needs to go, inviting in your higher self, true organic source, or whoever you pray to just heal and clear you now. If there's anything you're working on manifesting, you can hold those thoughts in your heart or mind. And I thank you so much for listening, for joining me today. I'm so looking forward to reconnecting with this beautiful truther spiritual community. Namaste.